Hi, I'm Joel Arndt. I'm back again in my garden. I'm a master gardener here in Becker County. I want to talk today about some diseases that you might see in your garden. We try to be as much as possible organic in our garden, and so from time to time you're going to have some things happen, whether it's disease or whether it's pests, and I want to just talk to you about a couple of things you can do. One of the things I want you to notice, first of all, I've got several different varieties of tomatoes, but on this end I have, these are heirloom varieties. These are Brandywine, and over the past several years I had a problem with, as you can see at the bottom down here, it's a blight that comes on the tomatoes, and actually it's a little better than it has been. The blight starts from the bottom, and what happens is that the blight is in the dirt. And when you have the rain and things like that that splashes, it splashes on the ground and it splashes up onto the plants. Well, this year I've tried to see, okay, I put the buckets around to protect it, but it's still, there's a little bit of the blight that's coming here. One of the things you could possibly do is to spray around, or not spray, to put leaves, I don't recommend straw carries weeds with it, but to take leaves and put leaves around there, just so that it's preventing that. But one of the things you can also do is, you can see here we have soaker hose around the plants. Try as much as possible not to spray on top, but get your water down by the roots. And if you notice down here as well, I have a small bottle that I put into the ground, and I've got holes in the bottom, and I put my fertilizer right there so that it goes down into the roots of the plant. That's also, tomatoes are super heavy feeders, and they're feeding heavily at this time of year because, as you can see, we're starting to put on fruit, and these fruit will get to be about a pound a piece, and so they need a lot of food. And one of the things we feed ours, again, we go organic, so I raise worms for vermicomposting, and the tea that comes off of that, the liquid that comes off of that, you just mix that with some water, and it does amazing. And again, it's totally organic, and you can put as much on. You don't have to worry about burning. And around in our neighborhood, I stay away from things like fish emulsion, blood meal. We have skunks, we have raccoons, we've got bears in this area, and I don't want to do anything to attract them into here, especially to the bees. And so that's why I use this kind of an organic fertilizer. One of the other things you may see in your garden, you'll see the little butterflies flapping around in your garden, and they'll go to work on your cabbages. Some of this is hail damage, but some of this over here is this is as a result of those little cabbage butterflies that are flying in the air. And some people say, well, what can I do for that? This is a product. It's called Thuricide. It's just a brand name. Oh, there's one of our bees. It's just a brand name. But what's in the Thuricide is what's called Bacillus thuringiensis BT. BT is absolutely safe to put on your cabbages, to put on your beans, anywhere where you see soft body caterpillars that are eating on your plants. You can spray it on there. You can spray it on your cabbage. You can eat it the next day. You can eat it that day. It is not harmful to us. And what it does is, when the caterpillar ingests the leaf that has it on there, they immediately begin to die. And you'll notice, as you can see in my cabbages, there's very little of that. As soon as I see those cabbage butterflies flying around, then I take care of that. And we've had a fairly decent year where we haven't had so much of a problem with the caterpillars, but I've already seen some, and I've had to be pretty proactive about doing that. The next thing I want to show you is over here, and you don't really see it right now, but if I were to, okay, if I kind of brush this, you'll notice that there's a small fly. One of the things we found in our garden, and that I'm still trying to figure out how to deal with, is what's called carrot root maggot. And it shows up when you pull the carrots at the end of the year. You'll find like little black spots on it, and they tend to rot. And we had a terrible year 2 years ago where it destroyed a lot of our carrots. And one of the things I'm looking forward to this year is to see, was that just an anomaly? Or was this a one-time thing? Or was that an anomaly? Or is this something that's going to be ongoing? So one of the ways you can, if you begin seeing that black rot on there, what you're going to have to do is put a roll cover over the top, like a fabric cover over the top of it. Thanks again for joining me and being part of my garden here. I hope what I've taught you today will be of help to you.